All right, joining us this morning to have a very important conversation about what's going on in Texas is Charlene Ward Johnson, representing Texas House District 139 in the Houston area. She has diligently worked with organizations throughout Houston and the district to help provide much-needed resources for the community, serving on the Association of Community College Trustees, the Houston Public Policy and Advocacy Committee, and the Houston Community College Board of Trustees. Ms. Johnson, welcome to the program. Good morning.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for having me on today.
Yeah, thank you. I know we're short for time, and I know you're busy and all of that, but I want to see if you could kind of give us a update on, the status and what's been happening with the Democrats who left Texas.
Yes, we are still on our quorum break because what they're doing, what the Republicans are doing is trying to silence our black and minority voters. You know, this is the 60th anniversary of the Voting Rights Act.
Mm-hmm.
And so it makes it even more imperative that we do something to protect our rights. So what we have are 5 minority congressional districts who are being erased. They're redrawing lines because Trump asked the governor for more Republican seats. And what they're doing is trying to silence minority votes. So what will happen is they're making more Republican votes. They're redrawing the lines to either put 2 minorities in the vote together, or they're trying to make the normal Democratic seat a Republican seat. Are redrawing the lines?
Now, what I saw, a lot of people still, even as you explain it, a lot of people still don't understand it. And so I saw a graphic yesterday that kind of helped me understand it. So with the redrawing of the lines, right, that puts different voters in different districts. If they are successful, will it be that easy? Or could there still be a fight at the voting booth that helps Democrats? Or will it be just as easy as them getting this done? Will they get the 5 seats automatically?
Yes, because they look at previous voting patterns. So if a neighborhood, normally votes Republican, they want to push those over into a Democratic area to redraw the lines that way. So it dilutes the minority votes. That's what they're doing.
Okay.
They're diluting it so they don't have as many Democrats voting in a congressional district.
Now, and also,
what happens is...
Go ahead.
So in the what he's fearful of in 2026, if he's going to lose more voting because President Trump is not doing what he's campaigned on. So he knows his approval rate is dropping. So he wants to get more votes, but he wants to do it at the expense of diluting black and other minorities' votes. It's racist. It's a racist attack on black people in Texas.
In the same graphic that I saw that Al Green would be redistricted to a very low populated area that covers like wilderness, and he would be up against a primary challenger who is already campaigning.
Right. So let me get more specific. So Congressman Al Green will be moved into Congressional District 18. Congressional District 18 was formerly held by Sheila Jackson Lee and Sylvester Turner. That seat is currently vacant. The current governor failed to even do a special election, so that's been vacant since March. So they want to put Al Green in Congressional District 18, which is being predominantly black. Al Green represents Congressional District 9. They made that Republican. So they moved him. They moved Jasmine Crockett out of her district as well.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right. So as we hear, your connection is not the best, but that's due in part that you're basically at an away game. You're on the road. How was that decision? Was that a collective decision? Who came up with that, and how did y'all put that together?
The governor of Illinois said he had the safest location for us to be in. We're in an undisclosed area in Illinois, and it's safe. And that was the best we could do. We can't tell anybody where we are, but we're not in Chicago, but we're in Illinois.
How safe do you feel?
Well, there's always a threat. There's always a threat that somebody can come find us or do something. However, we still have to reflect on that our ancestors went through much more on a daily basis. They went through, the bomb threats. They went through the water hose, the dog attacks. So we're up for it. We know what we're up against, but this is too big of a fight for us to be scared. We had no choice but to stand up and make it known what they're trying to do in Texas. What impacts Texas is going to impact everybody nationally.
What do you have to say to people like Representative Cornyn, who's calling for Kash Patel to use the powers of the FBI to come and find you? And what do you say to the governor who's trying to have you all removed from your seats because of your unauthorized leave of absence? How do you speak to those attacks?
I said we won't back down. We still stand where we came here for, and that's to fight for our representatives, our constituents who put us here. We were put in this seat by our constituents, not by Greg Abbott, not by John Cornyn. And we're here to represent them. So we are standing strong on what we believe is the right thing to do to stop them from suppressing our votes.
All right. So in a practical sense, how will you stop them? I've seen that there is precedent for this. It's happened before, and it lasted for about 5 weeks. What's your end goal, and how do you achieve it?
The end goal is to continue to put the national pressure on them, on Texas. And because we have other governors and other blue states that are stepping up to say that they will counteract what we're doing. We want to put the pressure on the Republicans in Texas to come our way to contact them to let them know they don't want the maps either. We need 14 Republicans to change their vote. So it's continue to shine a light on the problem. That's what our goal is.
Continue to shine a light on the problem. All right. And that's what we're here to do. What do you think is a time frame, if you had to estimate, on your return?
Well, we're taking it one session at a time. This session is over in 2 weeks, and the governor may call another one. We'll be ready to do what we need to do then. We have until December, when the last date for them to be able to submit the maps, because they want these maps to take effect in the March primaries of 2026.
What message would you send, or what can Texas voters do that are listening?
Contact the Republican state legislators. Get on the media, tell their friends, and we also need to encourage people to get out and vote when it's time in November. But we're asking people to stand strong with us as well. Okay. All
right. Well, we'll do our part. I appreciate you for carving out a little time with us, and I appreciate your bravery and your, your duty to your oath as a public servant. And so we appreciate you standing on the wall.
All right. Thank you so much for having me on.
All right. Talk soon. Charlene Ward Johnson from the Texas House District 139 out of the Houston area, one of the Democratic lawmakers who have, you can disconnect, one of the Democratic lawmakers out of Texas who are currently embroiled in a battle versus the proposed redistricting by the governor of Texas, as ordered by the president of the United States. So Charlene Ward Johnson and her other colleagues are in different places about the country, and they're standing 10 toes down. So we salute them and celebrate them. All right. Got a little bit of time left. I'm glad they made room for us, and glad to know that they were okay and they feel safe. Apparently there was some type of threat this morning on their location, and that's why they had to be on the phone, because they're literally on the move. Hey man, we living in real, like if you don't know that it's real by now, I don't know where you at. That's all. I'm gonna leave it like that. I don't know where you've been. We look at. I always say this often when we had these conversations on this program. When you look back at those times in class, when you pointed to the picture in the textbook, you turned the page, and you was like, "Oh man, that was so long ago," and how did they survive that? And look where we came from. Like, we are literally in one of those moments. That's gonna be a picture in a textbook. Maybe, not a textbook, but it'll be a picture in the story. You get what I'm trying to say. This is a real moment, and it's shaping, or needs to be framed in a movement. Because as she said, I said, what is your end goal? And the end goal is for it to be known. For it to be known. For you to know it and for you to be able to share it and tell somebody. So for everybody in Texas, man, who for on the side of on the side of what they're trying to achieve, and she just gave you a call to action, gave you a marching order. Make some time, find the time, call these Republican lawmakers. She said they need about 14 to block it. Make these calls, man, and let them know where you stand. And this is, again, like I said, the best talking point I heard all weekend was like voters pick politicians. Politicians don't pick voters. And these redrawing of lines is like the color of law. It's based in subjugating and oppressing so-called minority residents in these districts. I hate to use the word minority, but I say it so that you understand what I'm talking about. There's only one angle here. It's not about fair political serving constituents. There's only one angle. And that's it. Daryl says, is what Representative Cornyn calling for the FBI to find the Democrats from Texas who left the state and bring them back sound like another form of dictatorship? Yes, you would be correct, sir. I believe fascism is the word that we're looking for. I believe the word is fascism is the word we're looking for.